Now, that being said, I am trying not to say buenos dias. I, okay. Well, I taught Spanish for a long time, and when I'm on a podium in front of a group, that is my like go-to, like buenos dias, and then I tell people, okay, buenos dias. Then I say, and I command them. I say it's not a choice. You have to shake each other's hand. Dense la mano. Come on. There you go. And then I say, ask each other how you are. Pregúntense cómo están. Ask each other how you are. Okay. You can answer in any language. Okay. You can answer in any language. Anyway, buenos dias to all of you who are here in the sanctuary of Metro East Unitarian Universalist Congregation, and greetings to those watching remotely. This is a welcoming religious community, and we are so glad you are here. I am Alison, and my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm delighted to welcome you all here today. It is so good to see you all here, whether new friends, longtime members, or returning folks, and I hope that you will all take time in the coffee hour to reach out to someone new and say hello, hola, and offer them a welcome. We welcome everyone to this home of comfort, spirit, justice, and hope. We are Unitarian Universalists. And now, Joy will play us a prelude. It's a surprise. Thank you, Joy. An important ritual in the Unitarian Universalist faith is the lighting of our chalice. Unitarian Universalists have many different interpretations of the flaming chalice, including the light of reason, the warmth of community, and the flame of hope. If you are watching elsewhere and have a chalice or candle, please light it now as we all join in saying the unison words projected on the screen. And I'd like to invite River to come and light the chalice for us. And then we will say the prayer. Okay. Did River? It's okay. Little stage fright. I understand. Okay. And this is Haley lighting the chalice. Thank you, Haley. We light this chalice today as a symbol of love and revelation, always ongoing, always expanding. We light this chalice in hope for the future of our church, our community, our country, and our world. May love center us always. Amen and blessed be. I invite you all, although I kind of already did this, to take a moment and greet someone you don't know. Oh, okay, don't know. Don't know as well this morning. And to make a new connection with someone. People seem to know this drill. No. And I did not. Okay, okay, all right. So I always know the greeting works when I have to say, okay, sit down now. See. Okay, and we will now listen to hymn number, and sing hymn number 350, The Ceaseless Flow of Endless Time. And I'm not sure which hymnal that is in the gray hymnal. Thank you, Joy. It is a tradition here at Metro East UU congregation to place each service within the larger values that we as Unitarian Universalists hold dear. This week, we lift up the value of love. Okay, all right.
I think we also missed our the prayer time, so I'm gonna do a prayer, and and then we'll get to the values. Spirit of love and peace, be here now to guide us on our way. Keepers of the imaginal realms, use the vessel we create today to bring forth a more just and beautiful world. May our visions, dreams, and hopes be what moves us forward. Help us learn how to move at the speed of trust, trusting we are right on time, trusting reality to be what it is and to show us what we still need to work on, what still needs loving, and what to let go of. Trusting each other with our vulnerabilities and the small pieces of ourselves, so we can see ourselves more compassionately and move that compassion outward. With a deep breath and a sigh, align our hearts, minds, and spirits to be present and sincere like a child learning how to ride a bike. Amen and blessed be. So I am Eden, your ministerial fellow, and I wanted to share on our one of our values as UUs is love. That's what the rest of our principles rely on and rest in and ground in. And in that spirit, I wanted to do a little meditation, a little moment to consider this ground of love, this grounding place. Meditation is a place where we can learn how to be still and find what we seek, to be who we are, which, in my opinion, at its depths, is that very love. We are all a sparkling piece of the great love. The height of intelligence is not words, it's presence, experiential knowing, otherwise wisdom. To know what you know in a way you can't unknow it and don't really know how to speak of it. That's the kind of knowledge I'm talking about. So if meditation or silence isn't so comfortable for you, then keep whatever protective measures intact. Take whatever you want. Keep your eyes open or translate my words in a way that you want to understand them. This is, after all, simply an offering or an opportunity for encounter. I trust you to be with yourself in this way so you feel taken care of. So feel yourself in your seat. Sense what is grounded. Maybe it's your feet on the floor, maybe becoming aware of your toes and your shoes, or perhaps the support from your chair as it rises up to meet you. And allow yourself to relax into that support in whatever way feels comfortable. Checking in with your shoulders and neck, gently swallowing or finding the placement of your tongue in your mouth. Now checking in with your breath. Where do you feel it as it rises and falls? Maybe it goes into your belly, or maybe it only goes to your chest. Notice the noises around you. What is the closest noise you hear? Maybe the sound of the neighbor breathing next to you. What is the furthest sound you can hear? Is there birds or cars on the road? The hum of AC? You can let go of that focus and bring to mind someone or something or somewhere you love, or you feel at peace. You feel totally accepted. And when you think of this place or this person or this thing, you can't help but turn up the corners of your mouth. Feel the energy of the ease, of love, familiarity, and warmth as it flows naturally from this place. Perhaps you might imagine this feeling of love and acceptance as a color or a bright light, and you can start to invite that into your body as you feel safe. From the top of your head, melting through to your brow. Maybe releasing the jaw a little bit, and the shoulders easing as this energy moves its way to support your torso, your low back and thighs, as it reaches the bottom of your feet. You might be able to sense the presence all around you, like your own safe little bubble. I invite you to breathe that in. Send gratitude to this place or this person or this thing or this idea. And as we close, I ask you to remember what you felt here, a piece of it, a part of it. Watch as you notice maybe your own power or presence is now a bit stronger, a bit more elastic, wider, being connected to this kind of relationship, this kind of presence, which is you. So like you're moving through wet sand, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers and blink your eyes open when you feel ready to be here. Thank you for taking that little moment to experience and to be present. It takes courage to have a mind that is awake and ready. And now we will go to our reading for today. This is Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about your despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. May it be so. So as we transition into a place where we share our joys and sorrows, taking some of this meditative space, this poetry, this airiness, and put it into these rocks. As a part of our weekly service, we take time for the expressions of joys, concerns, and sorrows. Home for us means a place where we each can share the things that weigh down our souls, or that fill us with joy, and where those we love surround us in good times and in turmoil. If you would like to recognize a joy, a sorrow, or a milestone, you can come forward and place a stone, or several stones, in the water bowl to represent your joys and sorrows. So there's stones here. I invite you to come down forward, down this aisle, and then go back that way and find your way back to your seat. And if you are not able to navigate this for any reason, just raise a hand and someone will place the stone in for you. Because in this place we bear one another's burdens and share one another's cares. Let us be in a spirit of prayer and meditation. Now for the time of all ages, we invite everyone to watch our video. Today's theme is caring for ourselves and emotional regulation. Let's see if it'll play.
Hi, friends. Do you ever experience big emotions that are difficult to control? Do you ever feel angry, sad, anxious, worried, frustrated, depressed, or any combination of these stressful emotions? Today you will learn how to manage big emotions in 3 simple steps. Number 1, notice and identify your feelings. Number 2, think about coping skills you can use to feel better. Number 3, take action by practicing one or more coping skills. Being a kid is fun, but sometimes there are stressful things that cause your emotions to run wild. We call these stressful things triggers. Some triggers might include when you lose at a game or activity, when something embarrassing or unexpected happens to you in front of your friends, when you want to go out to play, but you have to stay in and do your chores, or even when you are hungry or tired. What are some of the things that trigger your big emotions? The first step to managing big emotions is to notice and identify the emotions you are feeling. Sometimes taking a moment to stop and think about how you are feeling is enough to identify your emotions. Other times, you might have a hard time knowing what you're feeling. If you're having trouble identifying your emotions, you can use visual tools such as a feelings chart, feelings wheel, or feelings thermometer. To help you better understand the emotion you are feeling, it can be helpful to ask yourself 3 important questions. Number 1, what am I thinking? Maybe you're thinking about how you're going to fail your big test tomorrow, or about how much you hate doing your chores. Your negative thoughts often cause negative emotions, so noticing your thoughts can be the first step to managing your emotions. Number 2, what do I feel in my body? Do you feel your face getting hot, your heart beating faster, or butterflies in your stomach? If you notice the feelings and sensations in your body, this can be a helpful signal that you need to do something to calm down. Number 3, how do I act when I feel this way? Am I arguing and yelling? Am I shutting down and refusing to talk? Am I avoiding an important task? Your actions can be another key signal letting you know that your emotions are rising, and it's time to use a coping skill. After identifying and naming your emotions, next you want to think of coping skills you can use to feel better. It can be helpful to break down coping skills into 4 categories. Number 1, relaxation skills. These are things you can do to relax your brain and body. Number 2, distraction skills. These are things you can do to get your mind off of your stressful emotion. The key to distraction skills is to not just escape the stressful situation, but instead to take some time to get your mind off of the big emotion, and then return feeling calm and under control. Number 3, movement skills. These are things you can do to move your body, to physically release the stressful emotion. Number 4, thinking skills. These can be encouraging statements you say to yourself, or questions you ask yourself to challenge your negative thoughts. If you use a feelings thermometer to help you identify how you are feeling, this can help you select the best coping skills to manage your emotions. For example, if you're feeling sad or disappointed, you might use different coping skills than if you're feeling frustrated or angry. If you're sad, you might do something to lift your mood up. But if you're angry, you might do something to calm yourself down. Sometimes you can use the same coping skills to manage different emotions. For example, you might be feeling nervous for a test, so you take some deep breaths to calm down. Or you might be feeling angry that you don't get to play the game you want at recess, and you might also take some deep breaths to calm down. If you are having trouble thinking of coping skills, ask an adult for help. The final step to manage your big emotions is to take action by practicing one or more coping skills. Be prepared to practice different coping skills for different situations. Imagine having an invisible tool belt of coping skills. If you were building a house and you needed a screwdriver, you wouldn't want to get stuck with only a hammer. This is why we need different tools for different situations. It can take a lot of courage to take action, but the more you practice, the easier it will get. If one coping skill does not work, then move on to another until you find the right combination of coping skills to help you feel better. It's important to remember that all feelings are okay. It's what you do with them that matters. So the next time you feel stressful emotions, big or small, remember to number 1, identify your feelings. Number 2, think about coping skills you can use to feel better. Number 3, take action by practicing one or more coping skills. And remember, the more you practice, the easier it will get. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. For more social, emotional, and mental health resources for kids and teens, including visually appealing worksheets, handouts, posters, and infographics, please visit www.mentalhealthcenterkids.com. Thanks for watching!
Now it's time for our next hymn. There is More Love Somewhere, number 95. So what I know about most of us, some of us that are here, not because we grew up in Unitarian Universalist places, but because we didn't. Though there are a few of you in the room who have or have been here a while, most of us come here to find presence for the small parts. The parts of us who hopes against hope that humanity can be beautiful, love-soaked, and thriving place you see it could be. Or a part of us who is a little different, who likes being a little weird, thinking critically, or have different likes or dislikes to explore off the beaten path. We come to find others who have been pushed maybe to the margins of their communities, faith communities, or maybe having inconvenient questions or identities. We come ultimately because we love, we care, and we want to find meaning, not separate, but together, as a collective, and yet each on our own individual paths as a plurality. We come to find that the inkling we have that life doesn't become more beautiful when we shame, force, or should ourselves into a better world, like other maybe stale places might still do. But it becomes more beautiful and wonderful when we let the truth of our lives shine out as they are. To be known in the clarity that grief brings, the relief from the weight of ought to do's, of rigid worldviews, or to be known in the disbelief or unbelieving parts of ourselves and the parts of us who still may believe. It's a vulnerable thing to hope these days because it's not rational or logical, and yet it is. The wisdom of Mary Oliver's wild geese It's got levels, but it speaks to the desperate parts of us who were taught that they had to be something that they couldn't possibly be. And the time in our lives when we were tired and we tried to be the person we thought we ought to be, the spouse we ought to be, the son, daughter, or child we thought we ought to be, the professional we thought we ought to be. The parts of us who were taught to be more efficient with our time, more succinct with our words, and more clear in our decisions, and who also did not have the ability to do these things because maybe we didn't have the right environment or the tools to do so, or possibly the right perspective. Now we come together to be in this place, to hand each other the tools, to share our secret questions, to share in the joy of life and to bear the burdens of it too, to realize the clear blue sky has been there all along. We come to challenge the norms that are prevalent elsewhere and live a little differently, to choose to allow the soft animal of our body to love what it loves. I'm grateful to be your leader at this time, to facilitate the continued vision casting and the building up of this place of rest and movement and belonging. As we consider what ways to bring forth the church we wish to be, the congregation we wish to be, I want to share a story from my childhood that still speaks to me when I think of how to bring my dreams down to from the realm of imagination into the realm of the material world. Growing up in Atlanta, the big city, meant I grew up riding a Barbie Jeep around my suburban cul-de-sac with the other neighborhood children. So pretty tame compared to my cousins who lived on the lake in Carolina and had a separate garage dedicated to their latest ATVs, motorbikes, trucks, and other off-roading things that I honestly don't know what the words are for them. So my Uncle Tom, who thought I was too old not to know how to drive at the ripe age of 12, taught me the rules of the road. He taught me in his Louisiana drawl, where your eyes go, there you will be. If you look at the trees, your collarbone will be wrapped around the tree in no time. Very clear cut. But if you look at the dirt road up ahead and slow down when you can't see around the curb, you'll be fine. And I was fine. I followed the rules. I stayed safe. That is until I drove it into a bush because I forgot how to park it. And I ran inside with my head down saying the bike was still revving in the bush. I'm sorry. And even now, when the rain falls too hard or the lights on the road are dim, I still go back to that day. And I know I'm going to be okay if I just look at the road ahead where I want to go. And I don't know what you think about maybe prayer or meditation or spell casting or manifesting, but what I think it is that any of those things done with sincerity, whatever you call it, then it can operate like this. Where I set my eyes, there I will go. There's a sort of universality to this, not maybe historically religion, but maybe the human experience too, of this being true in our world as we understand it, in our making as we understand it, the operational side of things. If we don't believe things will work out, then they more likely won't pan out. If I believe in something and act upon it, then there's more of a likelihood that it will turn out. Or at the very least, I've explored an option that reveals itself not to be the path I desired it to be, and has the potential to put me on the next right path. Because what is always true is where you go, there you are. If we do not begin from a place of trust and faith and safety in our minds and bodies and spirit, we will not find it once we arrive at the place that we think will provide that. It's like trying to go the speed limit on an ATV, and it simply will not go that fast. It will not go faster than its speed. And there's a certain kind of grit or living to a life like that, a certain kind of forgiveness or generosity too, that whatever path it is, it's okay. And with our reading this morning, Mary Oliver says, you do not have to be good. That's a starting place. She finds us at the place that we believe we have to be good. She finds us at the place where we're still trying to hold on to something else. And I wonder what it is to let go of during this time. What it is to grieve, to mourn, to let it move through our bodies so that more presence can be available to us, more love can be available to us. To allow the soft animal of our body to love what it loves, for this community to be who it is, and to know itself as that thing that is good. Because the blue sky and the harsh geese announcing our place in the family of things have always been there. Even while we were walking on those knees, there's a landscape here that goes through time and yet is the same space, but a different perspective. And, with my uncle, since I came out, he and his sons, my cousins, don't come to sit at the same table when we gather together for Christmas. They'd rather eat their meal in the kitchen. There's a part of me who sees him for who he is and feels compassion. A man of a certain generation, a certain kind of masculinity that takes pride in teaching a 12-year-old girl how to ride a bike and not fall off. And certain requirements for belonging to his folks, his people, that I probably can't begin to understand the sacrifice of that, the grit of that. And maybe he's simply trying to stay true to what he believes in, afraid to be too close to something maybe he doesn't understand, possibly fearing further abandonment from a God of his own understanding. I don't know. Someone who wants to stay true to his way of life, stay on his path, that doesn't have room for people like me. And because it matters to me how I treat others, because I live by these principles, right? That it matters to me that I am caring, that I am loving, that I know myself as that, and that I practice that. I said, there's plenty of room here at the table. And he said, I'd rather be over here. And you know what's also true about this? Is I left first. There was a couple Christmases I didn't come home. I didn't really know how to explain to everyone why I didn't come. I was so fragile in my identity, so unsure. I didn't have any final answers to their questions. I was in a place that my nervous system was so fragile, right? And some of you might know this as in the form of being trans or being whatever place that is marginal in our society, so malleable. And so in a way, perhaps I've been in his place too, so afraid of what I thought of other people and what they might think. Not sure how to stay with my own values, believing other people are the thing that I fear. That they are the story I tell myself about them. In this way, I am the victim of my own thinking, with my vision locked in fear, with my collarbone wrapped around a tree. I don't know what the rest of our story will be, right? With me and my uncle. But I hold on hope that there's always be room for the table for him too, whenever he's ready. Even if that means I might be the one to go stand in the kitchen. For now, that's enough. Sometimes we have to accept ourselves for where we are and where others are. Because a part of me knows that when I think about him standing in the kitchen, he's also bending over my 12-year-old shoulder, pointing out where the road goes. Time bends back on itself in this way, in a certain sense. The future I see out there is just around the bend. It's hidden until we are ready to know what we know right here. And I think about this malleable place. I think about time bending back on itself and us as humans saying that happened in the past, but really, we're all here right now with all ourselves. And I wonder in that way how to act responsibly, how to be responsible for the parts of us who love so naively, so naturally, the child in us, who trusted these maybe adults or caretakers or other, or churches or society, whatever it was, to be the thing that they are, to be the hope, the best parts of themselves. And then there's also the parts of us who might feel worn down and weary, who know what happens when you come out. People might stand in the kitchen, but that's a risk that we can be willing to take, and to know that we will be there. We will be there. That there is not, it's not all lost, because, right, we still both go to Christmas dinner. I mean, it would be sad if we didn't, right? There's still an opportunity. And I wonder about the ways we can move, and I want to maybe caveat with some of this, is like, we can hope for the best in people, and maybe they're not the most safe people. So I also want to say, like, keep yourself safe and remember who they were at their best, and also know that you can carry on with the right boundaries. Because I did have to take a break, right? That was true for me. I needed to have a safe place away from my family for a little while I transitioned, and could form myself a little better, but are have a little more answers that were going to be more long-term than the short-term spaces that I was in. And in this place of love, in this place of grounding, that I've always been that little kid, I will always be present here, and I have a future that I don't know anything about. Both is true for us as a congregation, as a church, as a community, that there was a time that we had a property. There is now a time that we are renting. Oh no. And thank you. There was also a time before my coffee spilled. And now we are in the after together. Yes.
The coffee's coming out.
If you need it, we'll just put
Yeah.
this here.
You know, it's great. It's great. You're awake now. I'm just kidding. And what I want to say is an invitation. Is that we are not our circumstances as we know it right now. We can be the thing that we want to be. We can believe the thing that we are already and know it for the first time again. And if that doesn't make sense, that's okay. Because I want to invite us into, over the next year, part of my priority as your ministerial fellow, as your leader, is to build up our leadership, to create more places for this love to go, for this belief in this imaginal space of what could be into this material realm. Because that's really what we do as trees, as humans, is taking down that airy place and saying, here it is. Here's the place where I know that I'm loved and held and can spill coffee. Right. And I know, but, and build that. So, being part soul means that there's a part of us never born, never changing, always love, always a part of the whole that we seek. The Wild Geese poem can be found on the landscape. What we desire out there has always to be found in here, because in a way, they are the same place. Now we will sing our hymn from the Great Hymnal 121, We'll Build a Land. We'll
do.
As Robin passes around the offering basket, I offer the gentle reminder that this community of faith is supported only by your giving. Stewardship is more than just financial donations, but it is also about donating time and talent to help our church. If you can't write a check, please help our church survive and thrive by offering your time to help make coffee, don't spill it. But if you do, we'll be here to pick it up for you, okay? Maybe I should have said that. Make coffee if you spill it. Everything's fine. It's under control. Bring snacks, serve as an usher, serve on other communities or other committees, such as helping with worship. On occasion. Please donate as you can with your time, talent, and or treasure. All are needed for our church to prosper. Also, if you give cash, please let us know who you are by filling out an envelope so we know who is eligible to vote by giving time, talent, and treasure. I don't know if that's exactly how it's supposed to go, but that's what the line says.
Hold on, let me read it. Filling out so we know who are eligible to vote. Yeah, you can give time, talent, or treasure.
That part I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
If this is your first time here, you are not obligated to give, as we want this service to be our gift to you. If you are willing to donate your time and talent, please contact a board member and let us know what you would like to do and what you can do to help. I suppose it would help if board members identified themselves so you would know who
I don't
to
have
go
to raise my hand anymore.
Raise your hand.
I almost did, and I'm like, wait, I don't have to do that.
Former board member right here.
Thank you.
Give what you will and what you are able, for you are a generous people. And now, since it looks like Robin has already been collecting way before I got done talking about it,
That was quick.
please join with me in our offering prayer. May this offering equip us to inspire love and seek justice. Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
Okay, so church announcements. I think I have something about volunteers needed for the Moose Lodge, but I think we're good.
That's the next slide.
Oh, it's the next
Yeah.
slide. Okay.
Today we
So
only
upcoming,
have to take down the fellowship hall.
okay. Fellowship Hall only, okay. So upcoming speakers next week will be Reverend Claudia Hall via video. 2 weeks after that will be Eden Johnson again, and that will be with a potluck. And if you haven't been to our potluck, you're missing something, okay? RE classes on the 27th of July only, and there is childcare that week, that's 2 weeks from now. In terms of setup and taking down, as new people may or may not know, since we are renting, sometimes we have to break things down, set things back up. Today, we only need to take down fellowship room, which is out there. We have to take down everything next week. On the 27th, we have to set things up, but we don't have to take them down. And on the 3rd, we have to take down everything. This is why we're looking for another place to be. Okay, so we don't have to do all of that every time. So next week, we have fundraiser, and that will be at the Edwardsville Moose Lodge, Sunday, July 20th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The price and the menu is off to the right here. As far as I know, we have enough people to serve. I'm not sure if we need more desserts. Okay, so if you are willing to make a dessert, the person you need to contact is not here today.
No, but you can post, if anybody needs to be on UU Friends, let me know and I'll add you, but I can give you Peg's email.
Okay, okay, all right. So I think, is that it? I think that's all. Another thing, more, okay. Out into the wider community, there's a worldwide conference hosted by the Baha'i Faith in Edwardsville, and that is Saturday, July 26th, and that is at the Fuller Dome campus, or the Fuller Dome on the SIUE campus. This was built and designed and built by Buckminster Fuller. So this space is open to all faiths who wish to see humanity thrive in greater harmony, and we have a lot of values in common with members of the Baha'i Faith. So, anything else? All right, I'm going to extinguish the chalice. Please join me in the prayer on the screen. The light of truth in me cannot be put out. We are keepers of this flame until we meet again. Then please sit and enjoy. Oh, something else. Oh, closing words. Yeah, I got, all right. First time for everything. Thanks for keeping me on task. Oh, here it is.
As we go, take stock of how you might still be walking on your knees. Look for the clear blue skies and listen to the wild geese announcing your place in the family of things. Let us listen now to our postlude.
Thank you, Joy.
Also, if you're a worship associate, we're going to meet in here. And if you are curious about doing what Allison did today, you can join us to learn more.
What time are we meeting? When are we meeting?
Right now.
Right now.
Yes, here.
Sin cafe, without coffee.
Oh, go get coffee and then come back.
Coffee in here.
But, you know.
Hey, it was a mistake. Don't make fun of it. You're right.
Somebody's got me.
We all do, but you're right.